Do you push Keyz? Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I reverted to Islam in 2021 actually.
Mashallah.
During Ramadan, the first Juma of Ramadan, I reverted. So I definitely believe in Allah.
Mm. How did that come about? Because, as someone who's gone through a lot, a lot of people who experience hardships, it pushes away their belief in God because they're like, how could God be real if like all this stuff happened to me? So how did you find your faith in Islam?
Honestly, so my grandma's very spiritual. She's not Islamic herself. She's Christian, but what she taught me is basically all these trials and tribulations are just tests. God tests his strongest soldiers, right? So you just have to push through. Can't look at it like, why is God doing this to me? Why is God doing this? Because if you really think about it, there's people going through way crazier stuff than we are, right?
Yeah, I feel you. And on that topic, so what do you think happens when someone dies? Like, is there an afterlife? Where do you see it?
Yeah, there has to be an afterlife. In Islam, they say there's heaven or hell, Jannah or Jahannam, right? So it's like the afterlife. I believe we have souls, and after you die, your soul has to go somewhere, right?
Nah, I feel you.
Whether you're reborn, whether you go to Jannah, Jahannam.
You ever see a day where you stop making quote unquote drill music and transition to different genres?
So I like that you asked that, honestly, because in Islam, music in itself, like, it's haram, it's no good. So I'm in between my talent God gave me and what's right. You know what I mean? So in Islam, there's music, but it's all like the instruments are off your body. There's no instruments, no drum, no nothing like that. So maybe in the future, once I get to the point where people are actually listening to me, I start making those and I release those and I clean my slate.
Oh, so we might see like a Nasheed's project from Push Keyz.
Yeah, but eventually that's where I wanna end off my music career. You know what I mean? Definitely I have different sounds that are not drill. I haven't really been releasing other sounds. I've been trying to establish my sound with my fan base, right? So now that I feel like I'm getting there, you guys will also be hearing different sounds from me too. I'll be experimenting with other things too. So
That's proper, yo. It's interesting because I wanted to ask, when you were going on this like spiritual quest, I'm sure you didn't just look at Islam. You're probably looking at other religions and stuff. So what was it?
honestly, I was so far from religion that it was more of like a straight path into Islam.
So it's
A
not like you
lot,
looked at Christianity and then like,
yeah. Like I wasn't going to church. I rarely pray. I just talk to God here and there. It's honestly like more when I find myself in a sticky situation, I'm begging him to help me. You know those ones. But
That's
I
really
seen that Islam was a heavy presence in a lot of people around me, and I seen what it did for them, especially a lot of my friends that reverted to Islam, right? So
Do you ever like aspire to see a day where like you have like a Muslim wife and like you have like a family and stuff?
I mean, if I beat a girl that's Islamic in the future, then that's how it would go, right? We'd have the nikah or whatever. But if I meet like a regular girl, I wouldn't force her into Islam. I'd just show it to her. I'd give dawah, which is spreading Islam. So I'd try to will her but not force her, because if you revert, it has to be for your own reasons, and you really need to believe in Allah and that Muhammad is the last prophet.
You know what's interesting is that like because Christianity is so disorganized, I really feel like if all like let's say all these like different hoods and stuff, all the mans accepted Islam, right?
Yeah.
That could be one of the routes to peace. Because I understand it like it's complicated to just be like, oh, everyone should get along. It's like, nah, there's like deep-seated like conflicts between different ends and stuff, and like blood has been shed. So it's not just simple as being like, you guys should just apologize. But if everyone were to kind of embrace that path, do you feel like that could be a way where we could see more peace between the hoods in Toronto?
I mean, it's what's needed, right? If we talk about it, it's what's needed. But if we talk about how people feel about that, they're not gonna sway that way. And it is what it is. It's a generational curse, been like this.
Did you get any like crazy reactions when you reverted?
Mm, From my family, no. No. From my friends, no. It's all positive, right?
Hmm.
It's a positive change in my life, so nothing crazy. Like maybe shocked that I even like turned to something spiritual like that. Yeah, but nothing like why would you do that?
Hmm.
All positive embrace.